In this video, I'm going to provide the numerical justification for the left-to-right subtraction algorithm that I used in the previous video. I'm going to start with my initial problem, 3,561 minus 1,897, and I'm going to demonstrate through my sequence of equalities here all of the steps that we did in the left-to-right subtraction algorithm and show how that led us to our final answer of 1,664. The first thing that we did in our left-to-right algorithm was to stack our numbers on top of each other by place value. So essentially what we're doing is really thinking about splitting our number up by places. That 3,561 is 3 thousands, 500s, 6 tens, and 1 1. And that when we're subtracting 1,897, we'll be subtracting 1,000, we'll be subtracting 800, we'll be removing 90, and we'll also be removing 7. And we'd be doing things digit by digit, or in other words, place by place. So I'm going to rearrange these so that the thousands are being removed from the thousands and hundreds are being removed from hundreds and so on. So I'll just switch the order of my terms. And I've kept them in the order thousands, then hundreds, then tens, then ones, because that's the order that we did things in when we carried out the left-to-right subtraction algorithm. The first difference, 3,000 minus 1,000, we can find that right away. That's 2,000. And now, the next subtraction that we wanted to do was 500 minus 800. And that wasn't possible, so what we did was we took 1,000 from the difference that we already found. So the 2,000 we'd already calculated, we took 1,000 away from it, leaving 1,000 behind, and we moved that extra 1,000 into the hundreds place, so that we had, instead of 500, we had 1,500. And that's a subtraction that we were able to do. 1,500 minus 800 left me with 700. And we had a similar sort of problem with the tens place. 60 minus 90 we weren't able to do, so I took one of the hundreds that I'd already had calculated. So of the 700s that were left over in our difference, I'll take one of them away, leaving 600 behind, and move it into the tens place. So instead of having just 6 tens, I've got 16 tens, or 160. And now I can remove 90 from that. 160 minus 90 is 70. The last step was for us to look at the ones place, and 1 minus 7 again I wasn't able to do. So I looked at my difference in the tens place, the 7 tens that I had, and I took one of those tens away. I borrowed from it, from my difference, and I've moved that extra 10 into the ones place. So instead of having 1 1, I have 10 and 1, I have 11 ones. And now I need to remove from those 11 ones, 7 ones, leaving me 4 ones left behind, or giving me my final answer of 1,664. Again, we can see the steps that we did in our left-to-right subtraction algorithm, subtracting the thousands, making our adjustment in the hundreds place, then subtracting in the hundreds, making our adjustment for the tens place, then subtracting in the tens, then making our adjustment for the ones place and subtracting in the ones, leading us to our final answer of 1,664.